Welcome back to Dive Time Dota Fastcasting, the International 2016. We're here with MVP Phoenix versus the Wings Gaming in the upper bracket quarterfinals.
Semifinals.
We're in Oh my
These
god.
are semifinals.
There was a series last time that I kept saying semi right until the end that you corrected me. We were in. Okay, we're in the semifinals. MVP versus the Wings. Best of 3, game 1.
That's right. And the Wings had a very sound group stage. Everyone was pretty convinced that they were the real deal and belonged in the upper bracket. MVP a little less so, but they took the quarterfinals, and so now they're on their journey through the upper bracket. But I think the Wings is more expected to perform better.
At least according to Bing. Corporate.
The IO makes it through, but not a big melee right clicker to tag along with them. I'm a little surprised by that. I don't really know how the IO fits in with these particular heroes on Wings, but and a Warlock, very interesting.
All ranged on Wings here.
I have to say that it looks like their Wings is a bit geared up towards early game with the Warlock push, Puck and Quap. I mean, why pick one early game mid when you can have two?
When you're versus the PA, he's got to get her crits on.
And then the Drow is pretty much the only right clicker, right? I mean,
Quap can click some
yeah,
stuff.
Quap and Puck are both going to do a little bit, but that's not what they're there for. 2 kills happening both in the top lane, going to MVP.
Yep. I think one.
Just one.
Only one kill.
I didn't see where the other
No, PA got both.
kill came in. Okay. So, looking at the other lineup, MVP, I think you've got a more conventional all-around game lineup. Invoker's going to be good throughout. Earth Spirit kind of falls off, but he's still good throughout. Darkseer is good throughout. Oracle we've seen be so effective, and there, speaking of Oracle, comes in with a lockdown and Puck dies in the off lane. So 3-0 early lead to MVP at this point, and I gotta say that I had just said that Wings is more expected to do well, but I think after the draft I gotta give it to MVP. I think MVP's got the better lineup here.
Right now they're letting Drow free farm though. They've got MVP is 2 safe and had 2 in the jungle. And now they're finally starting to put some pressure. But
Yeah, these lanes are really strange. I mean, and I think Wings is the one that kind of shook things up by going with this kind of crazy lineup. But
definitely.
let's see if they can make it work for them.
PA is definitely getting her early kills.
Yeah, that could be enough.
Though I'm a little worried about the 5 minutes, and even now the Drow's still free farming.
Smoke gank, Ion Shell kill
She
in the
dies,
bot
okay.
lane.
MVP is definitely making me eat my words.
5-1 now, and yeah, I think one thing also worth noting that I haven't yet is that Kuo's on the PA, and that was a big recipe for their success in the quarterfinals, and so I'm a little surprised that they didn't ban it. I mean, if you ban a PA, you just get another right-click carry. It's not a big deal, but it's definitely a strength for Kuo on MVP. So wow, that's a tier 2 going down before the 10-minute mark. A tier 1 is traded. The wall gank is not enough, so no additional kills there. But yeah, Wings with their early game lineup has executed in the mid lane. I don't know how we missed that push happening so strongly, but they've gotten a tier 2 down, so mid lane is clear for Wings.
Wings' mastery is so high the directed camera couldn't even pick up that the towers were being taken.
Yeah, they were juking the directed cam. I
Yeah,
like
man.
it.
They were playing other lanes while one person.
Alright, here's a smoke group up, MVP. Kuo's in tow. They don't find anyone in the jungle, so they'll just run into Roche. 12 minutes, that's a good time. Roche is pretty weak at that point, but the defense comes through. MVP responds, and they chase out 4 kills at the price of 2 and almost a PA. It's going the way of MVP. So a good trade for MVP. They don't get the Roche, but they do get a lot of Wings. And that's something I'll also point out. I think it's very consistent. The teams that are winning games are teams that are conservative around Roche. They move into it, and because they know that they're going to get an appropriate response from their opponent, and then they use the knowledge of what that response is going to look like, that rush towards the Roche pit, and really counter it hard. They good teams never get caught in the Roche pit. They always come out and counter engage, because it's pretty predictable if that's where you're going to fight.
Well, usually when you take Roche, you want the attitude of, yeah, come and play. Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
But against a Warlock, that gets a little scarier.
Well, yeah.
Warlock Quap, even.
I think that is a difference that we do see sometimes. Maybe less so now that we're pretty late in the not the grand finals, but the main event. Here's a long smoke by MVP. They cross the entire Radiant jungle and they go into Wings, but they only get a Warlock, and it takes 3 of them to do so. So Wings has a nice defense there. They were fighting up a high ground, and all of Wings was around. So that was, I think MVP weren't ready for that, or weren't expecting that. And Wings gets a good trade. Kills are now pretty close. And last hits are pretty close as well, but puck going down in the mid. I was just about to say, I think a good indicator of the tide turning will be seeing the puck up in the net worth, but then he goes down. So
not sure the puck ever will.
No, probably shouldn't. But for a second, I think it was in the 3 or 4 position. Now it's down 5.
Those Quaps screams are definitely getting their mana's worth.
A trade of supports in the bot lane. Earth Spirit for an IO. Suppose losing the Earth Spirit's a little worse, but I don't know. The IO is just not that critical to this lineup, so I don't think it makes a big difference. This is Wings being aggressive here. They're taking the tier 2 top, and they managed to get 2 kills out of it as well. Invoker and Darkseeker, so 2 cores. And now, all of a sudden, MVP only has 1 outer tower remaining. They were winning in kills. I would say they won the early game. Maybe not convincingly, but had got the edge. But now they're looking at some serious terrain loss. Meanwhile, Wings has only 2 outer towers of their own. Wings will smoke up, move into the MVP secret shot. But MVP's back. They're on their own high ground. Now, after they saw the attempted aggression, they smoke up themselves and move into Wings' jungle, and the fight breaks out on the staircase. And looks like MVP is not interested in pursuing this out any longer. They're turning tail and running. They end up losing 3, I believe, for Wings' 2, so not a good trade, and Wings moves into the Roche pit off that. There's a little bit of harass, but it's not going to turn into anything serious. So Wings gets the first stages, and man,
This has been a game of inches for Wings. They've been steadily behind for a little while. Well, not by the graph's sake.
Not by the graphs.
But they keep taking just 1 extra hero, 1 extra objective on top of whatever
Getting 1
happens.
extra tower even. I've been super surprised by. They seem squishy. It seems like tier 2s would have been the biggest hurdle for this lineup. Tier 1s, okay, whatever. Tier 2s, like, who's your tank? Who's going to take all that response damage?
Warlock. The Golem, dude.
The Golem,
I swear that we don't see the Golem on screen very often. They're using the Golem very well.
3 go down for MVP. A puck dive into the high ground finishes off the 3rd kill. And it looks like this early game lineup is going to be enough. They take the last remaining tier 2 and move on to the high ground. They take the tier 3 and a Rax. I think it was the arranged. Can't tell.
Ranged
I
to
always,
the right. Yep.
Yeah. Is that how you remember it? R for R? Range
Stage
on the
right.
right. But then on the middle, I think it swaps. It's kind of hard to remember.
No, it's when you're facing the lane.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Except maybe not dire. No, it's range right. It's range right.
MVP smokes in front of their base, moves towards Wings in their own jungle,
Scream,
stairs.
Golem drop.
Yeah, but all the moves are up for Wings, and they take
And
4,
that's a GG.
and that's a GG.
That's rough.
You know, I'm surprised, like, the kill count was close, and I felt like MVP had a better lineup. Wings able to execute that early game, and that takes teams out of it. The morale goes down, I mean, obviously the momentum starts going your way. I think MVP had a better draft, and I think the Wings executed their draft well enough to make it not matter, and that's kudos to Wings.
Well, let's see what happens next game. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!